Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. Let's breathe. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That was healthy. Raising the frequency. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration. Sending you all tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. The cat down the road said you received it. And let me say a shout out to all my Jamaican brothers and sisters, because right now Jamaica is facing the storm of the century. Hurricane Melissa Category 5 is here. It's making headlines, and I want to send some good energy to everyone in Jamaica. I said I want to send some healing energy to everyone in Jamaica who's going through this situation, this storm of the century, because it's not easy. So I'm sending, take that, take all of that good energy, Jamaica, right? But in this video, deep divers, we're going to talk about things they're not telling you about Hurricane Melissa. We're going to talk about things they're not telling you about this so-called storm of the century. All of this is happening for a reason. Deep divers, we're going to dive into it. Ooh, this information is not only going to blow your mind, because we're also going to talk about how to overcome storms in our own lives and become our greatest version. It's also going to empower you and help you to become your greatest version. Smash the like button right now if you support the real. Smash the like button right now if you support the real deep divers, because we got a whole lot to talk about. And let me say a big shout out to everyone who's joined the YouTube membership. Deep divers, you want exclusive content? Click join down below and join the brand new Patreon page. Over 250 videos there that are going to help you become your greatest version. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. Click the link down below. You're going to love it. And go and get the Bible of becoming your greatest version. The brand new book is here, deep divers. Feel alive too. Unlock your infinite power. Their secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is now out on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Click the link down below. So Jamaica faces the storm of the century. Hurricane Melissa. Storms are brewing. Category 5, okay, is here. Look, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. You will overcome any storm in your life. If you're ready for that, just say thank you. Now, deep divers is crazy. We keep hearing hurricanes, storms. You had the one in Maui, Miami. Now it's Jamaica. And they're saying this storm is so brutal, so dangerous. It's the storm of the century. Is this an accident? A coincidence is happening right now? I don't think so. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So once again, I'm sending healing energy to everyone in Jamaica right now, because this storm is set to cause a whole lot of damage, right? And we've got to remind ourselves collectively we can send good energy to a place in the world, and that's going to help the situation for the better, right? So there's always something we can do. So let me play you the news report, deep divers. Then we're really going to take a deep dive into everything that's happening, why it's happening, and also I'm going to share with you, wait for this, how we can all overcome storms in our own lives to become our greatest version. So we're going to turn a negative into a positive, okay? So let's go.
Breaking news, Hurricane Melissa is now a dangerous Category 5 storm with winds at 160 miles an hour, and it's expected to make a direct strike on Jamaica in just a couple of hours. The streets of Jamaica empty this morning as the island braces for what may be the most powerful storm in its history. Officials are now warning, do not venture out of your safe shelter. CNN meteorologist Chris Warren is tracking Melissa's path. This is a huge storm, but I think one of your biggest concerns is that while the wind speeds are high, it is moving slowly. Give us some sense of what that means.
There's so much going on with this. Yes, there is the wind, which will bring catastrophic damage, but the slow movement of this, the wind's part of that. You don't want 160-mile-an-hour winds blowing hours on end, but also it's the rainfall. So we look at this, and there's a lot to see just with this. That well-formed eye right there, the more symmetrical these storms are, the more dangerous they tend to be. It means they're more organized, they're better organized. So you can think of all of this purple as being very, very heavy rain, tropical rain, and that slow movement means it's going to be several hours of rain. But to the wind, we can look at these numbers, Category 5, Category 4, Category 3, so a major hurricane, 3 and above. And you can think of these numbers as words. 5, catastrophic damage. 5, catastrophic damage. This whole time, the slow movement of this, it's going to be raining very, very hard. 4, still catastrophic damage. 3, devastating. That's the word associated with 3. And then 2, extremely dangerous. This is serious business here for Jamaica. Slow moving storm means rain and rain and rain, hours and hours and hours of rain. And you see the mountain here. The mountains in Jamaica, up several thousand feet, help get more moisture out of what is already a juiced up environment. And then not until late on Tuesday. So it's raining now in Jamaica. It's going to get even heavier closer to landfall and will continue to rain overnight tonight and into tomorrow. The catastrophe, not just with winds, but the rain, the flooding, the landslides. And on top of all of that, the storm, this strong, Sarah, pushing a lot of seawater into the island as well, up in some cases around 10 feet above normal high tide.
Yeah, and we know that it's usually not the wind that is the most deadly, but water. Chris Warren, thank you so much for that update. Joining me now is Jamaica's Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change, Matthew Samuda. Thank you so much for being here this morning while you're in, the way of danger. What are the conditions that you've been experiencing now where you are?
Well, good morning, Sarah, and good morning to your viewers. We've started to experience some rain squalls and some tropical storm force wind gusts, certainly in Kingston and St. Andrew, but not sustained winds just yet. The eye of the storm is currently 104 miles just south of Treasure Beach to the southwest of the island. So we are starting to see some storm-like conditions. We've been experiencing a lot of rain over the past few days, and we expect that to intensify rapidly throughout the course of the day. It's a really dangerous storm.
Yeah, we're hearing from meteorologists that there could be up to 40 inches of rain that pounds Jamaica because the storm, while the winds are kicking up so fast, the storm is actually moving slowly. What is your gravest concern? What is it that you are telling residents?
So we're telling them to prepare, and in some low-lying flood-prone areas, we have issued evacuation orders because the storm surge is also particularly dangerous. So it's a very dangerous storm because you have a very high storm surge, a lot of rain, very slow forward movement, and 160-mile-an-hour winds. Now that speaks to catastrophe if it does indeed make landfall. Now we are monitoring it very closely. We have opened up over 800 shelters right across the length and breadth of the country. Our national bus service is supporting the Jamaica Defence Force and the ODPEM, or Disaster Preparedness Unit, in mobilizing these evacuations and getting people into shelters as best as possible.
Let me stop it there, deep divers, but I just wanted to give you some context. So Jamaica faces the storm of the century, Hurricane Melissa. Category 5 is here. And once again, like I said, I'm sending healing energy to everyone in Jamaica, because they're going to need it. Now, what's going on, deep divers? If you realize that in the last few decades, we've had more natural catastrophes than in the last few hundred years. This has been documented. Hurricane Katrina. You remember that? Do you remember Hurricane Katrina? Do you remember the Australian wildfires? Do you remember like the earthquakes in Turkey. It's crazy. And now you got this storm of the century. And in my mind, I don't believe this is an accident. I do believe that all of this is happening for a reason. And we have to pay attention to everything that's happening. These hurricanes don't just happen. They happen for a reason. Mother Nature is talking to all of us. It's a wake-up call for humanity. We got to get right with ourselves. We got to get right with the planet, because Mother Nature, Gaia, is alive. And like I said, some people might think it's man-made, but I do believe that Mother Nature is always communicating with us through the weather. And it's always a wake-up call to say, okay, what do we have to do to get into alignment with Mother Nature? Because it's a living entity. And we have to remind ourselves that these things are happening right now in your lifetime, deep divers. These hurricanes, these wildfires, these earthquakes. It's happening for a reason, because so many of us as humans, we've strayed away from Mother Nature. And all of these are signs of the times. You know, a lot of people talk about the end times. Even in all ancient texts, they talk about these times we're in right now. They talk about the end times, and there would be floods and hurricanes and tsunamis. Well, we're in these times right now, and I encourage all of you deep divers to take heed to everything that's happening. It's not random. It's not by accident. It's all happening for a reason. There are no mistakes in the heart of nature. Everything happens for a reason. So once again, I want to send good energy to everyone in Jamaica, all my brethrens. One love, right? You're going to get through this. And talking about getting through this, let me just give you some information, deep divers, to turn like a negative story into a positive story, because we can still talk about how to overcome storms in our own lives. You want me to take a deep dive into it? Well, let's start with this, deep divers. 4 words. This too shall pass. If you have a storm right now in your life, deep divers, remind yourself that this too shall pass. It can't rain forever. It can't flood forever. It can't be a hurricane. The hurricane can't last forever. It's going to pass. The strong gusts of wind, they can't last forever, deep divers. They're going to pass. So you got to remind yourself every single day when you are confronted with storms in your own life, deep divers, where you all face them from time to time, even the cat down the road does. You got to breathe. Whoa! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You got to remind yourself that it will pass. But you want to stay centered. You want to stay centered in the chaos. You want to remind yourself, deep divers, that the storm outside can't destroy your peace within unless you let it. Breathe and return to your center. So if you are faced with a hurricane in your own life, deep divers, that's a metaphor. If you are faced with a wild storm right now in your life, remind yourself that you've got this. You are stronger than the storm you're in. Slow motion this side. You are stronger than the storm you are in. And remind yourself. Find the lesson hiding in the lightning. Every challenge is a teacher in disguise. Ask, what is this moment trying to show me? Ask, what is this moment trying to show me? Deep divers, what is this moment trying to show me? When you find yourself in a storm, a catastrophic storm, a hurricane, a wild tsunami, there's no way out, Ralph. Ask yourself, what is this trying to show me in this moment? What wasn't I paying attention to before that I have to pay attention to? Was I taking everything for granted? Was I taking everything for granted? Well, now It's time for me to start appreciating the small things. Because whenever you have like storms, hurricanes, when these things happen, it makes us say, oh my gosh, I'm not in control. Let me just say thank you for my life. Because it could be gone tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. It reminds us how fleeting life is. And we've got to remind ourselves to say thank you even for the small things. Deep divers, when we talk about overcoming storms in our own lives, let go of control. You can't calm the storm, but you can calm yourself. And that's where your true power lies. Slow motion this side. You can't calm the storm, deep divers, but you can calm yourself. And that's where your true power lies. When you are going through it, many times we're trying to control the external. It's never going to happen. You can't stop the storm. All you can do is focus on calming the inner storm. And then the outer storm will subside eventually. And you're going to be okay in the process. Deep divers, also, if you are facing a wild storm right now, protect your energy. Not every voice deserves your attention during the storm. Choose peace over panic, love over fear, right? Peace over panic, love over fear. That's going to help you overcome any storm. What else? Ground yourself in the heart of nature. Go and find there's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. There's a reason why. Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart is in the heart of nature every single day. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Done thousands of videos in the heart of nature. The reason why is because when you ground yourself in the heart of nature, great things happen. And you got to remind yourself when these storms come, you want to ground yourself. You want to ground yourself. You also want to surround yourself with a light. Surround yourself with people who are positive. Surround yourself with people who can help you ride the storm. Surround yourself with people who are your shield against the strong gusts of wind. The strong gusts of wind, right? Surround yourself with people who can help you get through even the darkest skies. And this is huge. Speak life over the situation. Because I know when you are facing a wild storm, deep divers, in your own lives, you got to be careful that life and death begins in the tongue. So when you speak life over your situation, you remind yourself that words are spells. Instead of saying, I can't take this, say, I'm growing through this, right? I can't take this storm, say, I'm growing through this. That's changed my entire life. Overcoming a storm is about realizing it will pass eventually. It is about realizing that you got to trust the process, because sometimes the universe shakes your world to remove what was never meant to stay. Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Sometimes the universe shakes your world. What was that? To remove what was not meant to stay. Deep divers, if you are faced right now with a storm in your own life, rise stronger than before. After every storm, something new grows. You'll emerge wiser, lighter, and more aligned than ever before. So, like I said, this storm that's brewing right now, the storm of the century in Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa, Category 5 is here. Category 5 is here. To everyone in Jamaica, you're going to get through this. You're going to come out stronger. And the storm will pass eventually. You better know that. I'm sending all of you good energy. To anyone who's going through an internal storm as well, I'm sending you good ass energy. You've got this. You have got this. If you're ready to affirm that, smash the like button right now if you support The Real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like button right now if you support The Real. You want a one-to-one consultation with me so I can help you become your greatest version? Book a session at ralphsmart.com/one-to-one sessions. Go and get the brand new book, Feel Alive 2, Unlock Your Infinite Power. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Click the link down below, deep divers. You're going to love it. Join the YouTube membership. Click join down below. Join the new Patreon page. All new exclusive content you're going to love. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. Click the link down below. Go and get the brand new good ass Prana shirts, deep divers. All new designs that you're going to love. RalphSmart.com/close. Click the link down below. Deep divers. The storm will pass. That's why I'm just saying. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Always remind yourself. Take heed of all of these warnings that are happening all over the world. From wildfires to storms, tsunamis, hurricanes. All of these things are happening for a reason. They're not happening by accident. They're happening for a reason. We have to pay attention to everything that's going on because Mother Nature is communicating with us, giving us messages and warnings about what's coming. Prepare now, deep divers. Prepare now. Prepare now. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Smash the like button right now if you support The Real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like button right now if you support The Real and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. It's one love all day. Peace.